Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing about one of the fastest growing and second largest cloud computing platform in the market right now. We are talking about Microsoft Azure. So, Azure is a cloud computing platform provided by Microsoft. It's basically an online portal through which you can access and manage resources and services. Now, resources and services are something in which you can store your data and you can transform the data using services that Microsoft provides. All you need is the internet and being able to connect to the Azure portal, then you can get access to all the resources and their services. Azure was launched on 1st Feb 2010. Azure is free to start and has pay per use model, which means you need to pay for the services you use through the Azure. Azure supports popular programming languages like Python, JavaScript, Java, etc. One of the most important selling points is that 80% of Fortune 500 companies use Azure services, which means that most of the bigger companies of the world actually recommends using Azure. Now, let's talk about Azure services. Azure services have 18 categories and more than 200 services, so we can't go through all of them. It has services that cover compute and machine learning, integration, management tools, identity, DevOps, web, and so much. You are going to have a hard time trying to find the domain that Azure doesn't cover, and if it doesn't cover it now, you can be certain like they will be covering or working on it in future. There are four integral Microsoft service domain. These are compute, networking, storage, and database. Now let's understand them one by one. Azure Compute is the most integral domain in Azure as it brings everything together with Azure virtual machines. You can get on-demand scalable compute resources. Azure virtual machines, app services, and container instances are some popular compute services. Now, networking. Networking in Azure. VNet is the networking tool that connects all Azure resources together. Azure CDN or Content Delivery Network. Azure CDN is used for delivering high bandwidth content to the users worldwide. Azure DNS is a hosting service that allows the user to host their DNS domain in Azure. Next is storage. Azure Storage provides storage solutions that are more durable. Applications that are large scale or data driven can be built without any problem using storage. Azure automatically scales the storage requirement according to the usage and it automatically balances the throughput according to the connections made. Azure Blob, Azure Files, and Azure Queues are popular storage services. Database. Azure offer choice of fully managed relational, NoSQL, in-memory databases. It provides scalable, high available, and fault tolerant database server and lets you scale according to the incoming data.